Hello and welcome to the Anfield Boot Room. I'm recovering from a chest infection, so you'll notice that my voice is patchy at best. So I'm going to keep this hopefully short and hopefully sweet. Excuse me. It is the 21st of December 2024. We last left you at the double cuppage win of the Community Shield and the Euro Super Cup. As per usual, I am hoping to bring you all of the cup finals, winning all of the trophies, and so that's what brings us to today. So what's happened so far is we've done pretty well. This loss was an outrageous one. Both goals were, if you look at the stats, they are ridiculous. 35 shots to 40. That's obscene. Both their goals were frigging awful. Oh, right. Let's look at goals. And it made me seriously question Wesley because I can't remember what goal this is. Oh, this will be theirs. So it was just kind of floated into his near post. That was arguably fine. And then if we can get, oh no, we're going to see our goal, which was also decent. And then this other one is ridiculous. So it's like a ball over the top, gets booted over. Wesley comes out and stops, and then just fails to turn around. And yeah, it was just like, oh, come on, mate. So we lost the game. I also made a bit of a hubristic mistake, as I didn't put enough strength on the bench against a big team. So I've changed my modus operandi slightly. So that is good. Other than that, we're kind of beating everyone, not too much. I might even, obviously looking at my Champions League results, I might even start having to include not very good players in my first round of Champions League, or young players, not very good players, in my Champions League group games, because it's getting silly when we beat the likes of Maribor 9-0. That's silly, isn't it? But yeah, we're beating pretty much everyone. We beat Plymouth with a lot of youth. The back three rather, has an average age of I think 17. Goalkeeper's 19. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure whether I can be able to go through all of this. Basically, it's been very satisfying to be like a terrifying juggernaut of win, with the odd sending off. 9-0, absolutely obscene. Beat Man City 2-0 quite comfortably. That was quite nice. And obviously managing the games, because you can have a fair number straight after each other. So that's been the strength of this squad. This Man United game, that penalty was apparently very controversial, and yeah, I think the stats still bear us out again. Oh no, they don't in this game. Yeah, I remember being surprised, but yeah, apparently the ref wasn't the best. So yeah, we've drawn one. You know, that's happened. Shit happens. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather. But yeah, beating Sporting 6-0. It's just silly. It's just silly. And so that brings us, and a lot of these, I like the games where we don't even see a shot on our goal. Those are my favourite games. I think, was it Newcastle maybe? No, one. Damn it. Maybe Tottenham? Yeah, not a single shot on target. That's what we want. Agent Colalunga, they're getting sent off. Quality stuff. So our squad is maturing really nicely, and that is obviously reflected in this. We won the Club World Championship semi-final 8-0. I even dropped out some of the more experienced players from the Club World Championship squad. They immediately had a massive fucking fit. And And it's like, literally, guys, it's 2 games. And it's like, I'm going to miss a lot of football because of this. It's 2 games. And our experience so far has been winning upwards of like 6-0 in both games. So, you know, I'm pretty sure that's what happened last season. Happen again this season, hopefully. Excuse me. So there we are. So that's what's happened. We've scored a lot of goals, and that has resulted in a Premier League position that looks a bit like this. So we're 7 points clear, 1 game in hand. So hopefully we'll be 10 points clear. Fulham are doing stunningly well. Man City must have been on a run of form recently, because I thought Man United were my closest rivals. But there we are. Just gave Tottenham a battering. Also Southampton. I mean, there are quite a lot of, they're quite good teams. Like some Derby pop up quite high up. Southampton until recently, Burnley until recently, they've been up there, but they seem to take turns in kind of having a run at it, which is interesting. So yeah, keeps it fresh, keeps it interesting. A quick overview of the squad and how they're doing. I guess we can look at that. So Turkish Bey is playing in a lot of games. He's playing a lot of Premier League games because he's a good boy. He's real good. His big old weakness is a 2 on rushing out, much like Wesley. But he's really getting there. Wesley's been the consistent performer, and Jorn Deckers he's one of those who's unhappy and missing out on the Club World Championship, for God's sake, mate. So Emperor Nero doing well. We kind of, got other players popping up. So Salvatore, it's ridiculous that he's one of the most capped people. He's not good, but he has a lot of potential. But they think he's 2 stars good and he might be 3 stars good. I would say he's not 2 stars good, but he does play really well, which is so strange. But he's played more times than he's played more times than Alagaya, which seems strange. Yeah, we had a bit of a bad time at the start of this season with, some people were injured and on international duty and all sorts, so it was all a bit of a mess. But as you can see in defence, I'm selecting Alagaya, who's amazing, Vachka, who's not only young and rubbish but also tired, so I thought, why not? And in defensive midfield, got the likes of Wonton Gill playing really well. Pogba's come back from a serious injury. Oyos stepped in while he was away, and the young guns there are Jordi Pinner and Vachka again. It's going okay. So, sorry, this is not exactly my most animated. Up here we can see the guys doing crackingly well. Emiliano Heskey, who I keep switching into a striker, which is why he's a very highly scoring midfielder. Andre Luiz is great, and a lot of these guys have signed real long contracts as well, so I laugh to myself. The squad progs here are Miranda and Teletexter. Jeronimo Jaja has unfortunately been injured for a long old time. I can't remember what he did. What did he do? Come on. Tore his calf muscle. So his actually I can offer him a longer contract. Oh, because he's 18 now. But I tell you what, I'll do that in May when I can give him an extra year, because I'm a cool guy. Vladimiros has emerged, as I really always knew he would, as one of the preeminent players in his position. He's an absolute god. He's tough, he's resilient, big matches, consistent, intelligent, good looking. Yeah, anyway. And up front, I've been having the debate essentially as to who are my best front two and in what roles do they play. So in the running for the best of the best, I think are Arrillaga, Tolnik and Origi. Origi obviously is an out-and-out striker. He runs real fast, he finishes quite nice. He's not exactly a creator. Juan Arrillaga I thought was along his sort of line, but in fact Juan Arrillaga does have quite good creative stats. Oops, there we go. And Tolnik is like a weird mix of both. I thought he would be more the left the left slot, which is slightly more withdrawn. But then with his amazing heading, you want to get into as close to the goal as possible. And when he plays on the left, all he does is cut in and shoot on his right, which isn't always very satisfying. So it's an interesting mix. Also in the mix is Ricardo Esparza, who's obviously brilliant. It's funny. Obviously, he's got finishing of 20. So it's like, well, every shot he hits goes in, and you can see how that's obviously not quite true and is obviously affected by other people's stats, like if he's up against a really good goalkeeper, or if he's, he's like kind of slightly unbalanced, or if someone is next to him and pressuring him who's stronger than him, or, similar things. So it's fun to see statistically. And Tolnik as well, who's obviously should be really smashing everything into the back of the net. And so far, essentially pretty much is. Right, so we'll just play the one game. We've got Cruz Azul, who I'll probably show you to be a ridiculous team. So the lineup that I've gone with, I don't know if you noticed there, I forgot to kind of explain it. And I'm just going to adjust my seating position, which might sound weird. There we are. Yeah, so we've gone for the people like Salvatore, who's developing, Vachka, who's developing, Miranda, who's developing. Could have even started Turkish Bay, to be fair, and Teletexter on the bench. But yeah, what a weird team this Cruz Azul is. I'm sure this will come out in the... So Dom Dwyer up front, who is that famous guy who got like... I'm sure he got released from like Reading when he was younger and then went over to America. But yeah, he's fine. Yeah, let's smash him. And is this where the not real players will start to come in? So he's a not real player, and he's obviously terrible. He's a left winger with 7 on dribbling. Very weird player. So, we can close him down because he'll be out wide, and that's one of our weaknesses. Manuel Rosales, yeah, let's keep him on the pitch. He's a creative player. He's a centre midfielder. He has an all-round decent set of stats, and that is fine. Yeah, he's fine and normal. Oh no, he's fine and normal as well. Where are the weird ones, Matt? They've got some really weird ass players. I see he's okay. He's just normal and okay. That's fine. Was it this guy? No. Okay, they must be on the bench because they have some weird players, and I'm not having it. So that's essentially a striker whose worst attribute is finishing. That's good. He's an idiot. He's a decent striker with the stats of obviously a centre-back. Don't know where that's come from. He is a world-class centre-back who's obviously a striker. It maddens me because, he would be starting nearly every game. If he was 21-year-old... Oh, sickening. So what was his name? Marvin Ruiz. So we've got to batter him, mark him tightly if he bloody comes on up front because he'll win every header and like tackle people, which doesn't make sense. Oh, dear me. Such a strange game. He's another great player. But they've got a few more actually, like Marvin Ruiz, who are unbelievable, created wrongly. I don't really get it. But yeah, if they literally just brought him on at centre back, alongside kind of Campos, who's actually pretty good, that they could do far worse. Right, pick up where you left off last time. Obviously you'll spot that some of the kids are lacking in fitness. I'm hoping. I could have kept them on the bench and then brought them on when everyone else was tired, so they'd be normal. But how much did I win the semi-final by? I can't remember. And Cruisers aren't much better than those guys, so it was a bit like, let's just try and get the most sort of game experience we can out of this tournament. And early on we're dominating, which is good to see. Origi / Arrilaga missing, whichever one actually got their head to the ball. Oh, dear me. Ladder Roonies, what is going on there? Oh, right, I've just noticed that this isn't in line with the back of the goal, and that's going to annoy me. There it is, done. So far, dominating possession, dominating highlights. Oteo is actually, I forgot to show you, Oteo, who they have in goal, number 41. He's actually quite an interesting player. He's quite good. He's 18 years of age. He's not predicted to get that much better, but he's like a pretty good keeper. But he's wildly inconsistent. And I mean, so, on the list of goalkeepers that I've bought before that have been inconsistent that I thought I'd take a punt on include my current number 1, Wesley, and my current number 2, Jorn Deckers. So I kind of thought, like, is this now something that I should consider? But he hasn't got the potential of those two guys. So he's not joining the ranks of Liverpool yet, unless he has a blinder in this game, in which case I will reconsider again. So we haven't managed to put anything away, but it is only 10 minutes in. Arrilaga. So that's the thing. Theoretically, that's the big debate I'm going through at the minute. Theoretically, Tolnik in this left slot, he's got great physical presence. He's got great dribbling, so he can pick up the ball deep and carry it. He's not super fast, but that's why you don't have him as the kind of last man on the right. He has long shots, which I think good. He can cut in and do long shots, and that will work. And he also has like pretty decent passing and pretty decent creativity. But then I just don't get it. When he plays in that attacking slot, he scores more goals. That is fact. And sometimes on the left, it seems like he's really struggling. And that is also fact. But yeah, and I'm not sure if him and Origi actually, like, they had a couple of games, and they weren't exactly convincing. And Arrilaga is like the irresistible force. He just will not be suppressed, because he's all energy, all high level attacking skills. And if he doesn't get you with one, he's going to get you with the other. Like, if his pace doesn't work, then his heading will. If his heading's not working, then his amazing dribbling and finishing will. Oh, I tell you what, we are getting real close. We've had more like just past the post in this half hour. Right, I tell you what, I want to go for half time because this is getting silly, and I've got the kids on, and I don't want to look like a mug. So we need to score before half time before Dom Dwyer gets the best of us. Oh God, 11 just floating through him there. I think that's Milton. Oh, but he picks the ball up this time. Origi ghosts past his man, who's actually kept with him. Salvatore, see, that's the disadvantage. When I watch Charlton at the Valley, it's good to see when you have an 11 that are consistent decision makers. So, basically, if they've got the ball, the very minimum. Oh, Arrilaga, that would have been good. The very minimum is that they're not going to do anything wildly stupid. And that's, and that consistency and that level of decision making, if that runs throughout the team, you're on a minimum okay performance. If obviously they can also introduce positive things to the team, then that's good too. Salvatore again smashes wide. See, that's what you don't get with Pogba. Vladimiros is injured a little bit, and he scores. What a weird thing. Okay. Well, he can stay until half-time then, if he's going to do that when he's injured. Fine. Milton, big old free kick. Vachka with the flick on, lovely stuff. So Vachka gets the assist. That's valuable for me. Vladimiros hopefully isn't that injured. Although we're only playing Cardiff in the end of the week, so it's not like a big gap is going to open up in our squad, a gaping hole that we're not going to be able to fill. Great stuff by, oh Lord, how did that not go in? Great stuff by Milton though, causing absolute havoc. So yeah, that consistency of decision making is then obviously, if you're playing a team that has dappled kids in it, if some of the lads are world class and some of them are 16 years of age, you're not quite going to get that. But then it's the guys who can come in and actually look normal that you then think, oh, actually, these could be These could be the lads for the future. And then if they're even doing stuff positively, that's something else. So Miranda, for instance, on the right wing, he's come in previously and done pretty well. Vachka as well has done pretty well. Salvatore, not sure. Aralaga's apparently having a terrible game just because he keeps just missing, which seems a shame. Teletexter can come on. Although, I mean, we're only 1-0 up, so I don't know if that's a bit, again, hubristic. I love the phrase hubristic, apparently. So Teletexter can come on. That's not his actual name, but that's kind of basically what his name is. It's those letters, more or less. That's the only sub I'll make at half time. I should really just take Aralaga off. Okay, I'll take Aralaga off. But I do like Aralaga. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's not playing well. People who aren't playing well continue to not play well. That's kind of how it works. So, you know, people who've done a couple of good things in the game then go on and score. The people who have missed 7 chances already don't usually go on and score again. See, man, having adjusted the squad accordingly to the level of the opponent, we've then had a really boring game. Oh my god. Right, we should probably bring Miranda off because he's the most knackeredest. And I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put Emiliano Heskey on the right wing and we'll put Esparza up front. See, Esparza again, actually, he's another one who I don't quite know what's his best slot. So he's fast but not good at accelerating. Obviously technically brilliant. Good in the air even, quite. Good at long shots. 17 on passing, 13 on vision. Advanced forward, complete forward, false 9. I just... those are the roles he plays best. But... yeah, his out-and-out one is advanced forward. And he is a clinical striker. But he does do well, just sitting off the back slightly. And now Origi's playing poorly, so maybe I need to rotate his position. But basically, this game, if we were playing better opposition, we probably would be in trouble with this game because Aralaga was playing a 6, Origi's playing a 6. I'm going to rotate Origi to there. I'll tell you what, I might as well take Origi out of the goal scoring area because he's not going to score a goal because he's really playing badly. Oh, Salvatore, go and get the ball, mate. That's what you need to do. So, 1-0 up. I've messed with the team a lot. In a minute, they're all going to change positions wildly because that's going to make sense. Oh, and Origi just goes and bangs one in. Oh, and it's just, you go to cancel the changes and then you can't cancel the changes. Great stuff by Emiliano Heskey. Having just said that Origi's not going to score because he's playing crap, he goes and scores. Game doesn't make sense all the time, does it? Salvatore has another crap shot. Oh, it was deflected, so that's okay a bit. Oh, dear me. And so we're 2-0 up, having had 30 shots. Christ, everyone's knackered because I started with some people who were knackered. I suppose so. This was a good study for me, but not a good actual thing to watch, which is not very good. So I should have just started the full team and had a 6-0, but we've had Salvatore who's had about 10 shots, and that's no good for anyone. Oh dear, overplaying it as well. Oh, they're on the break here. This is quite a promising break. Whoa! Oh, they bugged out. Well, unlucky lads. Should have played Turkish Bay in goal. I'm sure he could have saved the 3 shots that they've had. But this is the thing now. Like this, the balance between playing a ton of world-class players and developing the next lot. Well done. You did. Okay. Steve Origi and Vladimir got the goals. Vachka and Emiliano Heskey with the assist. And lots of young players played. So Giancarlo Miranda, for instance, he is 17 years of age. physically solid, mentally solid, technically good. He can play both wings. I expect him to be a good player for us. So that's the cup final done. George Alagaya somehow got man of the match because no one was very good. Origi, who scored, was crap the rest of the game. Vladimiros came off at half time. Yeah, you can't really give man of the match to anyone. That's shocking. But there we are. So that's done. Top score, as you can see in my previous, the semi-final would have been more entertaining to watch. But yeah, Arrillaga, who's usually so consistent, scores 3 goals in the semi and none in the final. Absolute mug. But yeah, it's fine. Excuse me. So we are the best team in the world. Obviously, Cruz Azul are probably not the second best team in the world. Did it say how boring the game was? No, we just lived. One Arrillaga lived the dream because Messi's retires. Is it Arrillaga our actual captain? I can't remember. I made decisions. Yeah, Arrillaga is our actual captain because there's too much of a burden on Pogba. He has an attitude problem, whereas Juan Arrillaga has a great attitude. Yeah, a fairly determined attitude. Yeah, perfect professional. And he wants to go to PSG, but he is the most leadershipy in combination with decent determination, whereas everyone else is just mugs. We've won it 3 times now, twice in a row. Probably did win it once before that as well. No. What about? Oh no. Okay, fine. Oh no, came second, lost to Sao Paulo. Perfect. Idiots. So they seem to do the stadiums in pairs. So this was the last one in Tunisia. We've had good fortune in Tunisia. I look forward to wherever it is next. Maybe somewhere closer to home because all these are nowhere near anything. But I hope to be in it. You have to win the Champions League to be there. So just because it's a bit of a piss easy competition. Been in charge for many years. Absolutely not. I love it. Winning the Club World Championship. I love this competition. I love going on holiday to Tunisia. So fans will be celebrating tonight. Players were good. Guided the team all the way. What do you think? I thought it was good. What impact do you think this have on Juan Arrillaga? Everyone really good. You're one of the big favourites. Yeah, that's where I'm actually genuinely going to say with the team we had here, no one could stand our way. So we got 3 million for that. It's quite nice. Probably like cost of the flight out there for a jet. No, that's not true. It can't cost 3 million to get a jet to Tunisia. People wouldn't do it, would they? Yeah, Juan Arrillaga, biggest overachievers was Cruz Azul, biggest underachievers was Auckland City. Considering it's about 3 games, that's so odd. Okay, so what else is there? If we look ahead in the schedule, I've got a Capital One Cup quarter final against Southampton, who are 20th. Got a FA Cup against Brighton, who are 21st in the Championship. I've got Fenerbahce in the Champions League. Fenerbahce, they're not so good. So it bodes well for us, to be honest. That draw. Already a little bit ahead in the league. I was more ahead a while ago. I don't know, Man City must have been going hell for leather in recent weeks. Oh yeah, so they've not lost a Premier League game since they played us. Oh no, there's one more against Chelsea. Okay, so they've not lost a Premier League game for months. So that's fair. They've caught up a bit. But we'll smash them in January, so it's fine. I don't know if there's any interesting... No, it'll be the transfers coming in. The confirmed transfers. There we go. Don't know if any of them are interesting and coming in soon. How many are there? 26. So we don't have to look through all of them. Any of interest? Oh no, it'll be there's one. Yeah. Togo Paulista. Oh, he's fine. I guess they'll all be fine. Was that seriously it? Just the one bloke? Oh no, there's a bloke as well. Edgardo Mendez. See, his scout report says he's excellent. I bet. World class. But if I scout him again, they're going to say he's a dickhead. If you didn't hear that, I was whispering to myself, I bet if I scout him again, they're going to say he's a dickhead. Oh, there's another one. Oh, Magic Boots, yeah. He's pretty good. Anyway, those exciting guys to come. My whole squadron out on loan are doing quite well, I think. So is it, I mean, can I see there? No, it's if I do that, then that, then that, then that, then no, I've done the wrong thing again. Bloody Nora. What have I done there? Oh, I know. This is entertainment, isn't it? There we go. You can see their actual average ratings. So some of them are going hell for leather. Some of them are doing really well. Ibrahim Ipek is doing well at Stoke. He looks like the next Lionel Messi, to be brutally honest. He is potentially great, but a little bit inconsistent, and we'll see if he gets any better. But yeah, there's some good ones out there. My voice is kind of going now. So let's go over to Funny Names Studio. Studio? What? Right, yeah, so if we get it there, then keep on scrolling. Any filters? No. Excuse me. So I forgot to even be happy about winning the Club World Championship. So that's 3 trophies already this season. We're doing well to win the Premier League already. So it's just League Cup, FA Cup, and Champions League to worry about. I feel like we have the squad to do it. If we weren't to do it, I think I would I'd get a bit annoyed, but at the same time, I wouldn't really know what to do, because last time I got annoyed that we didn't win the Champions League, I bought Pogba and Messi, and then we won the Champions League. And that was a good decision, because it was, there were 2 gaps, and I filled the gaps, and then, that's good. With my squad how it is, I don't really have any gaps. It's more about, like, so for instance, if you're going to sell someone for 60 million, it's obviously that they're not a bad player. You just prefer other players. It's just if I've set my preferences correctly, if you get what I mean. So yeah, there won't be a kick out response and go and sign a load of players. It'll be like, well, maybe, okay, we know we can't rely on him. Maybe I shouldn't have sold him, but then it's too late by that point. The guy's already worth 80 million quid. Although I suppose I've got 80 million in the bank, so technically I could go and sign all the players I've sold. Anyway, I haven't sold anyone that good. Anyway, let's have a look at the old funny names. Obviously, Magic Boots is Wellington Aparecido, which means, obviously Wellington appearing. In Portuguese, we've got here Chati Yapong Tawi Kulkan. Sounds a bit Scottish. Chati Yapong Tawi Kulkan. Tawi Kulkan. I think that means, like, shut your kids up in Scottish. Chati Yapong Tawi Kulkan. Hey. Tawi Kulkan Chati Yapong, eh? No, that went a bit. Don't know who I'm being racist to. Probably Thailand. Yeah, there we go. Thailand and Scotland. Something they've got in common. Anyway, Dean Tien Dung. He obviously just has dung in his name, and it's funny. Nothing more complicated about that. We've got Geldim My Rat. Geldiu. What the hell is your name, man? Who are these Turkmenistani? Geldim Marat. I'm trying to say it without saying my rat. Geldi Marat. Geldi you. Again, could be, sounds like some sort of Scottish expletive. Geldi Marat. Geldi you. I think I'm liking the Scottish because it goes with my deeper voice. Goalie my that, goalie you son. Hey, I might have to stop that now. Let's have a look for any more funny names. Innocent Bondo. That's just funny. It's good. You know, of course he plays for Centre Chiefs as well. Is that what Botswana? Yeah. Innocent Bondo. He's you know. Oh, I was going to make a joke about a firm that recently got done for selling non-FCA approved bonds, and they should have had him as a salesman. But let's not do that. London Capital and Finance, if anyone wants to look it up, linked in with MP funding as well, Conservative Party, bloke from the West Country. Google it if you want. So Innocent Bondu, Decimus Tugbeto. Decimus Tugbeto, Tugbeto. Oh mate, and he's what is that? Mali or Benin? Yeah, something like that. Cherubin Matumona. Cherubin is a funny name, I think. But yeah, has he got second nationality as well? He's Congolese. Congo is always a good source of funny names. Fred Sunday. It's a classic. If he was good, I would totally sign him. That is Congo, isn't it? DRC. Yeah, there we go. Or Dr. Congo, as it's sometimes referred to. Again, these are just guys that I'm signing. Kim Chang Duck isn't, though. That's funny. Oh, what do you fancy for tea tonight? Again, is that racist? No, because... Oh, I don't know. Do you want a takeaway? Get some Kim Chang Duck? Right, and then let's look at the other one. Wooden Elders, Louise. What? Wooden Elders? I'm not on board with that. I don't know what that means. Baby. Oh yeah, what's the other one I remember? Yeah, Val. Your mum's friend, Val, who's bringing around her baby. Who's the father? Oh, it's Ben-Hur. It's Ben-Hur, you know, that Jamaican man. This is now just become constructor story. I don't really know. Right, so there's Jose Lion, bit like Snoop Lion, but not. He's a fun guy. Doilio. What's that on your teapot? Oh, it's a doilio. Sorry. File or fillet, as it's either file, which is funny because filing, or fillet, as in fillet a fish. So, you know, as his foot preference says, either really. And there's Vanga Boovy. Vanga Boovy, come on. Vanga, time for dinner. Vanga Boovy, you come here. Right, any others? Jamaica, good one. Andy Up Richard, which sounds painful. I don't know if you'd call him Andy Up Dick. That would be quite funny. Probably the girls would call him Andy Up Dick, depending on obviously factors. And I think that's it for funny names. Brinquedo, which I guess I mention every time, but he is actually a great player. I'm really looking forward to getting hold of him because he is good at striking and technical and determined and scores goals, and the scouts say he's going to be pretty good. If I can beat that out of him, he'll be a world class. Excuse me, that must not have been very pleasant to listen to. It's not been pleasant to do it all the bloody time. I think I've not kept it short. I've probably blowed on for ages because I felt like I had enough time to. But there we are. So the next thing that we will probably be doing is, you know, touch wood, will be the League Cup final, which usually falls in about March or sometime. Obviously, at the minute, I'm only in the quarterfinal, but I'm playing 19th place Southampton. I don't know who else is in the draw. Let's have a look. So Man United are out. Stoke are through, Sunderland are through. They're both manageable. And Chelsea, who I was going to say could give me a run for my money, but at the minute Chelsea have been dire. Where are they? 10th. Carragher in charge. An aging Hazard is worth 3 million quid. Yeah, and they've not. They used to have a great squad. Like Matic used to be a mate. So at this point, they didn't even have Kante. Kante is still some like little guy playing in the second division of France. They used to have like kind of Courtois, Matic, Oscar, and Hazard, and Diego Costa. And that team has obviously fell apart. The guys coming in have not been. Zach Clough, for instance, he's actually not bad, but it's, you know, a damning indictment. Rui Gaspar is someone who's actually decent that they've managed to get hold of, but I mean, he's not troubling my guys, to be brutally honest. And like, so their best defender is this guy, who is decent, but wildly inconsistent. So that's where I think they're going wrong. And by the look of it, half their squad is bloody injury prone. So they need to sort it out. How old's Oscar now? 33. And I mean, still decent, still highly decent. They've got Roberto Firmino as well. Before he was like kind of good, and he is now not good. He has had some decline. But there we go. Simone Zaza as well. Let's not do this all day. But he's crap. As is Cesar Azpilicueta. He's crap. So yeah, they're the biggest team left. Actually, arguably Stoke probably are. They've bought well. They've got some decent players. Excuse me. Ramonark. So the players that they got from me. So him. I let them get him because I didn't think he'd be that good. Him, I wanted to get. Ipek is actually from me. Maya is from me indirectly. And I think that's it probably. But yeah, they've got. So they're all pretty decent. Felipe is good. Tom Van Beek is good. Slight is good. So it's interesting. Hopefully. So let's look at the old club. Still want to get to that 5 stars. Memphis is quite high up in the legends, as is Arrilaga and Origi. I'm behind them, and I've just accidentally swapped screen. I didn't really mean to. Although, I meant to quickly see how long I've been recording for, and I didn't manage to do that. Damn it, Mother Hubbard. So yeah, I'm disappointingly quite low, unless that's the top. I don't think it is the top. No, because they go on down at the bottom, don't they? Yeah, Lionel Messi, tall Nick's just nicking into icon now. Whereas actually, so Messi, Arrilaga, and Origi are all higher than me. Boo. Bums. Facilities, so we've maxed out Anfield now. So at some point we will get a new stadium, state-of-the-art training facilities, top youth facilities, that sort of thing, extensive recruitment, exceptional junior coaching. That's what we like to see. Right, can I get a new stadium? No? Okay, nothing doing there. The ball confidence is all pretty down the middle of the road, to be honest. Even when I win stuff, it doesn't really matter anymore. They like the attacking. They get upset when I buy players from other teams, even though, so if they're going to be world class, isn't it good that they're in our team, not at Everton? Like, for God's sake, guys. And they're pretty happy with everyone's form. Literally hundreds of people. Good Christ. So yeah, just wrap it up now. I think I started without a strict list or direction, so this is why it's been a bit meandering. But there we are. The kind of the quarterly update from My Football Manager. Here it is. There it was. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go and cough stuff. Oh, I love being ill. It's the worst. Okay. Bye, guys.